Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Invin. Today I am going to be bringing you guys the gold guide for the PPSH. This is going to be the fastest way to get the new PPSH gun gold in Cold War. Before we jump into today's video, a ton of new people have been watching my content since Season 3 started and I've been posting a ton of stuff, which I am very, very thankful for. If you aren't already subscribed, go down below, click the red subscribe button as it really does help me out and it'll make sure that you stay up to date with all the latest content I post. Make sure you've got the notification bell on as well, that way you won't miss an upload and you'll be on top of your game every time. And also, if you do go on to enjoy this video, make sure you drop a like. It really does help out. It helps the video do well. It helps me know that you enjoyed the video, which is really important. So make sure you do that if you do enjoy the video. And without further ado, let's jump into today's video. So yesterday I gave you guys the class for the PPSH, which I thought was the best for multiplayer, and that is the class that I'm going to be using in this video. I will briefly go through it again in this video today, just so that you guys are up to date. If you haven't seen that video, by all means go back and watch that one as well, because I've got a ton of other multiplayer classes that are really good in that video for you guys. But if you do just want to see the PPSH one, I will include it here now. I'm using KGB Eliminator Muzzle, the Heavy Reinforced Barrel, the Spetsnaz Grip, the 55 round drum mag, and the GRU elastic wrap. Now this is the build that I used in the video yesterday, like I said, but obviously for those of you that haven't seen it, that is the full build right there. And this build works really well for all sorts of situations. It keeps a ton of ammo in the gun because it does shoot very fast. The recoil is pretty low in comparison to what the other builds, maybe with the Task Force barrel, can be. But like I said in that video, if you are particularly good at controlling your recoil, I would recommend putting on the Task Force. For me personally, I found it tons snappier to use the reinforced heavy, so that's what I stuck with, but it's up to you guys' personal preference. Just tweak it around as you wish to. Now, one strategy that I'm going to go over for how to get this gun gold quickest is using hardcore for the long shots. Obviously, this means changing some of the attachments, so at that point I will go over those attachments as well, so make sure you pay attention to that part of the video to make sure you're getting it right, because it is quite annoying to do. But it's just one of those things we've got to do to get it gold. First things first, the most annoying one to get for me was the point blank kills. Now, this is probably because I did most of the leveling in zombies for the zombies PPSH video I did a couple of days ago, and so therefore I hadn't used it all that much in multiplayer by the time it was max level. Now, this meant that it took me a ton of games to get the close range kills, but what I would recommend, hop on Nuketown 24/7 whilst it's on the active playlist. It seems to be just a consistent playlist throughout this season and throughout, you know, Black Ops Cold War, which is really nice. So it just means you can hop in whenever and just run into the enemy's house when you can, sort of play the mid-section, play the close quarters angles, and just go for those point-blank kills as quick as you can. Obviously, you need it to be the right gun level. I believe it's level 40 for that one, so make sure that you get it up to the gun level and then go for those ones after that. Now, the other one that's hard, like I said there at the beginning, is actually the long-range kills, especially if you play in Nuketown like I did, because it's the quickest way to get XP, and in my opinion, the quickest way to get camos in the game is just by running Nuketown back-to-back, but the long shots can be difficult. So what I did is head into hardcore and put on the 2x scope. So I swapped out the 55 round drum mag for a 2x scope, and this really is vital because basically the visibility is very difficult with the iron sights on a PPSH at anything more than about 10 to 15 meters. So to get these long shots, you need to be stood in the, either if you're in the yellow garage, stand in the doorway that leads to the kitchen and you can look to the enemy green garage, or down the right side of the green house. Or you can go upstairs in the yellow window, jump up onto the ledge of the window, so you're actually in the window frame itself, and look down the left-hand side of the green garage and into the green garage, as you will see people running up that side path there. You can also look to the right side of the house from this location, and some of the kills there will be long shots as well, but it's a 50-50 about where they're stood, so just be careful with that one. When you're on the green side, you need to be stood right at the back door entrance to the garage from the garden, again going across to the yellow garage, so either if they're to the left side by the door or by the right side by the door, either way there will work nicely. Another great spot is to stand just in front of the garage and get people who are in the window of yellow house. This works really well for long shots. And another fantastic spot is inside the green bottom floor building, next to the staircase on the opposite wall where the staircase is. You can hop up on the tables and watch down the left hand side of the yellow garage. This is a great line of sight. Not many people know about it for long shots, so it's not going to be camped out as much. And then obviously for the greenhouse, you have the back corner behind the little bunker section where you can just aim straight down the left hand side side of the map, and that is a really good spot as well. Those are all the spots that I know about for this map and that you can get long shots with on Nuketown. The bonus is there's at least 2 or 3 spots from each side, so if someone is getting a bit savvy to where you are stood, because people do like to do that in hardcore, you can just rotate through them, and obviously when your spawns flip or whatever, you can just rotate those positions as well. But that's going to be the one that takes you probably the longest. You're going to have to go into hardcore to get it. You don't have to, but it just is so much easier in hardcore because you're getting 1-2 shot kills even at 30-40 meters, which is really, really nice. Now, the next hardest one to get, as I said, for me, was the point blank ones. Again, I do just recommend playing Nuketown, getting up close and personal. I would probably recommend putting on a laser sight if you don't need the ammunition. However, I didn't do this. I just played with the 55 round mag because I like the ability to get the Bloodthirsties at the same time. But it's up to you. If you are struggling with this one a ton, I would just recommend throwing on the laser sight, throwing on gun ho, running in, sliding into people, and just going for those kills as quickly and as close as you can. But again, it's personal preference on how you want to do that. As I said, I stuck with a 55 round mag because the Bloodthirsties was something that I was going for alongside this. And you can do this in hardcore as well with the Bloodthirsties, and like the rapid kills, that sort of thing is actually really, really quick in hardcore. But I would recommend swapping the 55 round mag for the Raider stock just to get yourself some extra maneuverability, because you don't really need that much ammo in hardcore. It is, like I say, a 1 to 2 bullet kill most of the time. And swapping out to this Raider stock just gives you that extra bit of mobility where you're able to dodge around people and actually get to positions a lot quicker, which is going to give you a huge advantage in hardcore, because if people see you, it is a 1 bullet kill for most guns. So yeah, you're going to want to be on top of that. Now, as I say, if you are playing in core, it's very unlikely that you're going to want to run 9 attachments with this. It's much better to run tactical mask and flat jacket as a perk greed setup. I then run scavenger and assassin, and then ninja and gun ho. But again, you could run ghost, you could run anything like that. Gun ho, basically, I just find the most useful because you're able to get your gun up a lot quicker, and through a lot of actions when you're stimming, for example, you can still be shooting, which is really, really nice. And particularly the PPSH, the hip fire is really, really good, so being able to do that actually gets you quite a lot of kills as well. So I would recommend that you do run that perk most of the time if you're comfortable with doing it. Now, another huge tip for getting the rapid kills with this weapon is just to hold spawns. Hold the sides of the map where you know people are going to rush out, and just, you've got enough ammo if you put the 55 round mag on to get easily 3 or 4 kills per clip, even if you are missing some shots. So this is going to be a more than ample opportunity to get this really, really easily crack down, spray at those enemies and get those kills quickly. The headshots, again, you should just get as you're going through the game. It's not particularly something you have to aim for. One thing I found I got a ton of headshots doing was actually the long shots in hardcore, because the recoil on the gun when you're using a 2-timer at a long distance is quite high. So if you just see someone and start spraying, it does go gradually up and up and up, and you do end up getting a lot of one-tap headshot kills, as well as being able to see the heads a lot better with the 2-time scope. So it really is quite easy to do on there. And by the time you finish that and going for your Bloodthirsties, if this is something you're struggling with, I would recommend putting on a red dot sight and sitting in positions where you can see enemies a lot clearer. So again, playing the sides of the map, playing the middle truck of the map, so that you've got good oncoming vision of the enemies, and you can just pick heads from there. Again, hardcore might be a shout if you do want to go on and just get those one taps, but most of the time headshots are pretty easy because it's a double headshot or triple headshot with the PPSH most of the time, so it's actually a really nice weapon for this. If you are particularly struggling with the Bloodthirsties, what I would recommend is, if you are again playing Nuketown, tailoring this off Nuketown, but obviously any map where you've got 2 sides, you spawn in at one side, the enemies at the other side of the map, hold your side of the map and let the enemies push to you. This is a really good tip for any game that's going a bit slowly for you, or you can't get any streaks going, anything like that. But a lot of the time when we die a lot in COD, we get into a cycle of rushing and rushing and rushing. Just hold back, let the enemies rush into you, get some easy kills, get those Bloodthirsties down, locked out, and then you can just play however you want for the rest of the camos. If this is, you know, kind of like one of the first ones you're doing, if it's one of the last ones you're doing, again, just play it slow, rein it right back on the rushing. It is a close range weapon, and going for the point blank kills makes you want to push in. But if you push into the enemy building, what is really, really good to do is push to their side of the map and hold down an area on the enemy side of the map and let them come to you from their own spawn, as this will get you a ton of kills. You're not peeking something where you've got a disadvantage to get picked off easily, and you are going to be able to finesse a ton of kills very, very quickly. Now, obviously, one of the most kills that you need to get is the detected kills. This should be fairly straightforward as well, but what I would recommend as a cheeky little strat is to run the UAV, the field mic, and the harp, so that you've got 3 or 4. Obviously, if you re-roll the UAV, sometimes you get that 2 or 3 times before the harp. You've got multiple chances there of getting detected kills, which is really, really nice. Super good on hardcore as well if you are doing those kills, because obviously you don't have a mini-map. But again, on regular core, everything is really, really good. Throwing in those UAVs, field mics everywhere, all that kind of good stuff. Really, really helpful. You should be able to get these done pretty quickly. And what's really nice about SMGs is you do not need to get kills while enemies are taking cover from you, which is one of the most tedious tasks on the camos. camo challenges, so that's really, really good. Again, overall, to sum it up, I would recommend playing Nuketown. Definitely, Nuketown is probably the easiest and best and fastest way to get this gold gun unlocked. And the gold camo actually looks really, really nice on this gun. You have got it on the drum mag, you've got it on the barrel of the gun, you've got it on the whole body. It's actually a really nice camo. So hopefully this video has helped you guys out. If it has, leave a like down below. And check down below, are you subscribed to the channel already? If you're not, click that red subscribe button. It really does help me out, and we would love to have you as part of the channel community here as well. That would be absolutely fantastic. If you've enjoyed today's video, let me know what you think of the PPSH down in the comments below, and let me know, would you like to see a gold guide for the Swiss, or even a best class setup for the Swiss K31 sniper? It's the brand new sniper that's come out in the battle pass along with the PPSH. So obviously I've covered the class for the PPSH and I've covered the gold guide now. So if you'd like to see the Swiss class and gold guide, let me know in the comments. That's something I could work on for you guys. It's a ton of fun to use, so that'd be really, really cool. Other than that, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and thank you guys for watching. Take care and peace.